Hello friends, in this session we are learning about the SSO. What is the SSO and what is the advantages of SSO? What is the SSO? SSO stands for the single sign-on. So single sign-on is an authentication method that enables user to securely authenticate with multiple application and website by using just one set of credentials. In simple word, we can say that SSO means single authentication is used for the multiple application. So let's start to learn with some examples. First, we see the example without the SSO. Suppose you want to access the multiple application like application 1, application 2, application 3 and so on. Also every application requires the authentication. If you are not aware of the authentication, please check the description. So here there are the three application: application 1, application 2 and application 3. All application requires the authentication. That means you require to register yourself into the all the application, and it takes some time. Also you need to remember all the credential for the future access. That means this is the lengthy and bothering process for registering yourself into all the applications. This is the same issue will happen with your end users if you have the multiple application and the separate authentication for all. So if we have the functionality like the single authentication to authorize the multiple application, it may be good for us and the end users. By SSO, you can access the different applications without the authenticating them by all the separately. So here we use the single authentication to access the multiple application with the authorization. If you don't know about the authentication and authorization, don't worry. Please check the description for those videos. So here we understand the basic flow of the SSO. Now we are see SSO in the deeply. In simple word, we can say SSO means to communicate the two applications to each other for the authentication and authorization. For example, your application have the functionality of the login with the Google. Now, when any user comes to on your registration page, he can directly authenticated via Google. Now the question is, how does it work? So when he tries to log in with the Google, it will be redirect to the Google authentication. After the authenticating, it will be redirect to your application with some or access token and other information. By that token and other information, you can get the user information and the automatically authenticated in your system. So here another word is introduced for the OAuth, but we will cover it in the separate video. So now we see with the live example of one application. This application we have functionality login with the Google. So we try to login with the Google. Here already we have the login into the Google account. So whenever we click here, it will be asked for the authentication of the Google account. So I will add this. This is the authorization page. By that they are asking about the authorization. If you are allowed, and it will be automatically authenticated in your application. Yeah, you can see that this is automatically authenticated in your system. So this is the process of the SSO. Simply here we can say that SSO is the used for the single authentication to access the multiple application using the authorization. I hope now you understand the SSO flow and the advantages. If you get any useful content from this video, please like and share it. Also please subscribe to the channel.